So let's get serious for a hot minute. Because while we can giggle about rom-com tropes and Aunt Carol's dating disasters, science has actually looked into this whole opposites attract mess. And what did it find? Drumroll, a pile of nope. Real-world data basically sucker punches this myth into oblivion. Let's talk about a 2023 mega meta-analysis, linked in the description. We're not talking about a handful of couples at a wine tasting. We're talking tens of thousands of heterosexual couples. Researchers dug through over 200 studies like digital archaeologists trying to find some grain of truth in the opposites attract rubble. What did they find? That in a whopping 80–89% of traits, things like political views, education level, and yes, even substance use, partners were similar. Like, you're me, but with a different Spotify playlist kind of similar. And where were the opposites? Yeah, in about 3% of traits. That's right, 3%. The only notable opposites? Stuff like sleep schedules. Your classic night owl who marries an early bird. Cute, until someone's making coffee at 5 a.m. and the other is screaming into their pillow. Personality and demographics? Also aligned. People tend to match up in things like ethnicity, religion, education, and even personality traits like openness or conscientiousness. Apparently, it's not that thrilling to date someone who thinks climate change is a hoax while you're composting your cat's fur. Still holding on to the dream of mysterious opposites? Let's talk facial features. Yeah, even faces get in on this. A 2024 University of Queensland study ran speed dating experiments and, surprise, surprise, participants rated people with similar facial features as more attractive and kind. Because nothing says trustworthy like dating someone who low-key looks like your cousin. No judgment, just science. And let's not forget the juicy tidbit. Those hyper-masculine features like square jaws and brooding stares might shout walking testosterone commercial, but when it's time to pick a partner for taxes and tacos, women often swipe left with a hard nope. Because apparently, being able to lift a truck doesn't make up for emotional unavailability. Who knew? Now, if your grandma ever told you, find someone who compliments you, she's quoting the 1950s, an era famous for Jell-O salads and questionable life advice. The whole idea that we want someone who's the yin to our chaotic yang? Yeah, science has pretty much laughed that off the stage. Studies looking at the big 5 personality traits, openness, conscientiousness, extroversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism, found that couples are more alike than different. So much for the he's loud and I'm shy, it's perfect storyline. Now, are there exceptions? Sure, in the same way that people sometimes enjoy pineapple on pizza. Initial attraction can be about novelty. Opposites can spark that first flirty exchange. That introverted poet might be intrigued by a wild extrovert for about 5 minutes. Then reality kicks in when one wants to cuddle and watch a documentary, while the other is shotgunning Red Bulls at a silent disco. But long-term, you want someone who doesn't make you feel like you're constantly trying to explain yourself in an alien language. Still want some difference? That's cool. Research suggests that small variations can encourage growth, as long as your core values are aligned. It's called self-expansion theory. Think of it like seasoning. A little spice can enhance the dish, but dump the whole jar in, and it's a disaster casserole. Let's wrap with a truth bomb. Most people meet their partners in environments where similarity is baked into the mix. Same schools, same jobs, same hobbies. That's not destiny, it's structure. It's called environmental filtering. You're not dating your coworker because the stars aligned, Karen. You're dating them because you see them for 40 hours a week, and they also hate the printer. And evolution? It agrees. Shared traits reduce conflict, boost cooperation, and help you survive life's many obstacles, like assembling IKEA furniture without triggering an existential spiral. So yeah, maybe birds of a feather don't just flock together, they build nests, raise chicks, and fight off predators together too. Meanwhile, opposites attract? That's more like 2 pigeons flying in different directions yelling, "You never understand me!" Final thoughts. If you want a relationship that lasts longer than a Netflix trial, look for someone who shares your values, your vibe, and your weird obsessions with vintage cereal mascots or competitive Sudoku. Compatibility is the real chemistry. So what do we do with this myth? We roast it, we toast it, and we yeet it into the trash fire of outdated beliefs. And while you're at it, like this video, smash that subscribe button like it owes you money, and drop a comment telling us if you've ever tried dating your opposite and how that emotional roller coaster worked out for you. Bonus points for chaos. And remember, just because Hollywood sells opposites doesn't mean you have to buy it. Catch you next time on the Debunkers, where myths go to cry.